All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. We have some breaking news. I'm going to go ahead and transition over to myself. Yeah, hey, breaking news, got bald. No, I went ahead and just did the haircut. No, but the actual breaking news that's going on, that's going to be happening, that we're going to be talking about is SmugAlana. So, SmugAlana, for those that don't know, is a VTuber who actually does a lot of VTube stuff, and she normally goes and is on Twitch. She's also on Twitter and has a Discord and all that stuff. Now, breaking big news on her Discord, something major had occurred and happened, and I want to go ahead and just kind of hop right into it of where we have a clip from the actual Twitch of what occurred. So I will go ahead and have that set up for us, and we're going to just go ahead and switch that screen. There we go. And we're just going to hear what happened with Alana. So I'll play this from the beginning.
You can't upload, post, or live stream for a week?
Plunger to remove most of the air. Now watch this. I attached the needle.
Alright. Oh my god, it's a fucking video of mosquitoes getting crushed? I can't upload for a week? I'm actually gonna pass out.
As she said, she can't upload for a week on YouTube. So apparently, what's seen as violence and harmful behavior is apparently killing mosquitoes and placing them in a notebook. Apparently, that's seen as harmful and destructive behavior that is violent in nature that even SmugAlana didn't even actually upload. It was a re-upload that she had watched over a Reddit page just for her little jokes and meme session that she normally does for her videos. What really makes this a little bit devastating and hurtful is that she didn't see this left field. Now, I happen to be actually watching this stream during the time in which she was actually doing this, and she nearly broke down because of this. It was so frustrating for her that you could hear her kind of choke up during those particular types of scenes. I didn't clip it or anything, but it came at such a surprise that it shocked her. What had happened is a smuggler, her community, of what they're called, came in and said, hey, one person was like, hey, DM real quick, Miss SmugAlana, we got some terrible news. A video that you uploaded can't be uploaded. It's gone. It's missing. Completely evaporated, vanished, ashes to pieces, because, well, YouTube did not find that nice. The algorithm itself, by the AI gods, said it deemed SmugAlana as not fit or just. Apparently, she hit the equations just right for that to be like, denied. Wow. Just wow. And so you could just tell in her voice, it just frightened her, because this did not go as a warning. No, it went as a strike on her channel. So, very devastating to hear, very sad to see, very just crazy that this had happened, and I was more amazed than anything else that this occurred on SmugAlana, of all people, who normally just has wonderful times of at least making cute little fun videos and reactions. She normally does a lot of reactions. She does other particular things during her streams. I just happen to watch it when I can. And just to be able to see that this was the respect in which she got and how it actually occurred was just disrespectful beyond anything else. So YouTube really did something that was just ill will, because there were other videos that have actual bugs being displayed. So I want to actually show that after when we finish this video up. So real quick, let's finish this up and then show on to some examples in which she brings up as well.
What this is, so I don't even...
Oh my fucking god, I think I'm gonna throw up.
So she does get nervous when she's announced that she gets really, really nervous every time she has to deal with stuff like this. So I'll go ahead and go to the post in which she brings up. So this is her little artwork that she normally draws every time when she does stuff. YouTube is such a dog water platform, man. They fuck over huge creators with millions of subscribers, the smaller ones with a couple of thousands, and everyone in between. They're literally too big to fail. So this is a sad Alana saying, YouTube, no uploads, you broke the rules. So apparently she had broken the rules, and this was during her stream where she was busy, apparently 10 hours later, and then we have this 4 hours later of what this occurred and happened. And now scrolling up, we have some other particular things in which she kind of points out as well, for just other particular videos that are not banned, but are on there. I'm not going to click the videos on it because of just what had happened of the situation, but let's go ahead and read a little bit more onto this. So I'm not trying to actively throw other content creators under the bus over this, but this is extremely unfair to my appeal, rejected within a few hours. Then there's thousands of videos of people gassing living insects or lighting them on fire for content. So yes, here are the examples, and as we can see, the truth about wasp and gasoline trick, 42 million views as a short video content. Hornet nest removal with a flamethrower, 2.3 million views. Gasoline versus wasp, hashtag shorts, hashtag gasoline, hashtag wasp, 216,000 views. Saved by the window, wasp, 1 million views. You look at what this man did with a wasp nest in his house, 3.7 million views. So, yes, this is something that is just insane that she's having to deal with because she did not upload a video of her killing insects. Instead, she was re-uploading a video in which she had saw that seemed not harmful at all. But apparently, to YouTube, this was seen as harmful. This was seen as very, very bad and violent. And she immediately was rejected. She was extraordinarily scared on stream. She nearly broke down. She continued on. I give her a lot of credit when continuing to do something on because she could have stopped, but instead said, the show must go on, let me do this. This was during her sequence for Wednesdays, which are known for car crashes on stream. Whatever. It's her content. That's totally fine. Now, in doing so, just seeing this, again, she got banned on YouTube for 7 days for this particular content, where this person kills mosquitoes. YouTube struck and deleted my video with violent graphic content over watching a dude kill mosquitoes. Again, she did not. She just only re-uploaded. She did not do this. Hundreds of insects, flamethrowers, and killing videos stay up fine. Approval rejected immediately because AI moderation is horrible. So apparently this was AI moderated, not by a real human being. A real human being would have saw this and said, okay, simple video, move on. This was not her hurting anything. This was not her doing anything bad. This was not doing anything wrong. This was her just watching a video, thinking nothing of it, and moving on. So to see this was actually kind of a little bit of a devastation, and how it actually just sparked fire. As of now, it's still ongoing, but this had recently just come up out of my just like, hey, we got news, let's post about this, because this is just horrid. This is tremendously sad that she did not deserve this. She did not do anything wrong during this entire thing, but she was extremely livid and extremely saddened to see that her efforts had went into vain of actually doing something supposedly incorrect and wrong in the matters of such. So again, this was just from her views, and we have comments that are below. Imagine getting this when mosquitoes get offended by people every day. Fucking unreal, man. She literally can't do anything without getting butt-fucked by YouTube. This is not the first time that YouTube has actually said something or done something on Alana's channel where they had sparked of saying that this is a controversy. And she has mentioned within the stream that normally this is targeted more towards VTubers, where they get a lot more criticism compared to IRL streamers such as myself, who tend to show my face. Now, I do have pictures, wacky little cool doodles, Croc Top and Cocktail, who are just my little guys that we have. As you can see, when I do my little transition, there's little Cocktail and Croc Top. And when we even have our bumper, as such, my little doodles, again, IRL most of the time is what I normally do. But to see this occur to a person that has put in the effort, to put in the hours of actually trying to do something for the last nearly 4 years of just purely streaming and actually getting a living off of this, it frightened them. It nearly brought them to tears. It nearly brought them to stuff. But to see them having to just have to fight just to get their approval, just to get their right of showing that they did nothing wrong and they were just exposed to it. Again, random things occur on the internet. She just so happened to be on a website, what appears to be Reddit, and where she was just taking a look at a video, and this had occurred and happened. It's really devastating to see this, especially for a person that has a great community that actually is extremely positive, and to only see them just get hit, smacked by YouTube's behind. And so this is her first supposed strike, which doesn't go away unless 3 months has to pass, so just an overlapping day. But she continuously has to pump out a schedule because she is a full-time YouTuber. She's a full-time streamer. She does this for a living. I can only imagine how tough that is. I necessarily do not do this for a living. I just do this for fun, for an activity, for something just to do. But to see that the situation for her had gotten this far and it had just, again, terrifies her, it just pisses me off to see, because a content creator that I like to personally enjoy is having to deal with this. Nothing really I can do because I'm just random dude guy. But it just fascinates me to see that this is happening with her. I really do hope that the situation can get much, much better. But until then, all we can do is just wait and see what happens next. Either way, I know that her community is just fantastic. Her Discord's fantastic. They do a lot of great little events. She really keeps things under wrap. She does a good performance. She always puts on a good show. Just to see this, it baffles me. It truly baffles me. But I can only imagine what other VTubers are having to endure that are bigger or smaller, or even other content creators, especially when she calls this out. So, not a good look on YouTube at all. We can only hope that things can get better, and things will actually get much more significantly just great onto things. But to see that this is happening with her is kind of a little bit redundant. In the meantime, I am going to focus in on looking at some other particular stuff. I thought about it and kind of wanted to go over where I wanted to do a different sequence of maybe going over other particular things, but the SmugAlana situation that is currently happening as of right now, it's not looking good. We can only hope that everything can get appealed correctly for her, where she can just have everything just get back to normal, so that way she can go back to doing that. But for 7 days, meaning today is Wednesday, it's not going to be until next Wednesday until, well, let's go ahead and sum the days up real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, not until next Wednesday, which is the 12th, she won't be able to upload her streams. She consistently uploads every single day, if not every other day. I can only imagine how much that this is like really biting in the butt, because she does have an editor who actively does edit the videos. It's not necessarily the editor's fault, because how could the editor ever have known that this would have been really bad or really good? Normally you have someone check, which she normally does have someone that she pays for and checks, only for then YouTube to be like, well, we don't like it, we're just going to shut it down. So I wouldn't place any blame onto anyone. But again, just to see that the algorithm itself had done this and then canceled a person that only re-uploaded supposedly something in which they had looked at for a meme or funny content, it's just, it really makes you have to think and worry about what is potentially going to be seen as good content that you can upload without getting flagged or anything. Because there have been times where even I uploaded videos, they've gotten flagged just because of simple little copyrighted things where it cannot be monitorized. However, to get a strike for something this minute is concerning, Because will they come for video games next that show blood and violence? Will they copyright strike, not copyright strikes, but will they strike on videos that have different video games? I understand if it's an adult video game, that's an understandable strike offense where it can almost get you a permanent ban. But to have just a funny video where it's just something minute, small, it's insane. It's insane. Completely insane. So we can only hope that things get better. But that's what I wanted to talk about on this particular video because this was something really serious, something really big that just needed to kind of go out because, wow, this is. I needed to address this, and I wanted to address this because other people will speak on behalf. I'm speaking on her behalf of being like, this is crap. This needs to be fixed. Someone needs to fix this because this is a person that is trying to make a living off of YouTube. Nonetheless, it's just insane of how they're being treated, especially where they've rigorously worked extremely hard at mastering their craft. So I have to shake the finger and be like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Because this is completely just devastational. Just absolutely crazy. And then, of course, there's links to just show what is occurring and happening of these videos that are uploaded. And again, it's insane that these are okay, but the second someone talks about a video or shows it, immediately it's a strike. How is this a strikeable offense? I have no idea. But that is it. That's what we needed to talk about for that.